Hello and welcome to the Huddlecast. Today is July 26th and we're here with Gabe and Rosa of Blockspaces. And we're here in Blockspaces using their amazing podcast studio, so thank you. Can you guys give a little background of yourself?
The amazing podcast studio with the terrible lighting.
Yeah, so we grew from we ran the Tampa Bay Bitcoiners meetup since 2014.
Yeah, early 2014. Yeah.
And just got really involved and kept at it. Kept growing the audience here in the Tampa Bay market. And when last year everything went crazy, our meetups got really, really huge, and we
Like how many people?
Oh, in the hundreds.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I guess I mean, depends on how you consider. It's
It's
huge considering the previous
Considering
years
that there
when it
was
was just
Considering that there was
that could fit around
many
this table
nights
here.
that there was, two people.
Oh yeah.
In those early days.
Right. So, so it became untenable to hold them at the restaurants or bars that we happen to be frequenting. So we decided to get our own dedicated space so we could do what we want when we wanted.
Yeah.
And so that's when Blockspaces came.
Yeah, and we also saw just a huge increase of our members, our community members, coming up with brilliant ideas and projects. We had a lot of people reaching out to us, from outside of our Bitcoin community that were very interested in understanding, cryptocurrency and blockchain. And within the last year, of course, we've had more enterprise professionals come on board wanting to understand how they can utilize blockchain for their businesses. So we just really wanted to create a space that not only was big enough to house all of the people that were coming to our meetups, our various meetups, we also wanted to create an environment where people felt that they were empowered to pursue some of these projects and learn and grow in this space however they wanted to learn and grow, because there is opportunity not just for developers and students, but entrepreneurs and professionals and everything else. So we just wanted to create sort of this main centralized hub that they could, not centralized, this main decentralized hub, sort of like this main hub that people could just grow and learn together and grow into this space however they wanted to go.
Yeah, and have a place people knew that they can go to learn this stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I got frustrated with trying to learn on my own back in late 2012 when there wasn't a lot of resources and nobody I talked to knew what the heck I was talking about. So that's how I decided to start the meetup, because I got so frustrated trying to learn on my own that I was like, I need to just talk to somebody. I need somebody that I can talk to that knows what I'm talking about, that I don't have to teach them, that they can teach me. And so that's how it came.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so when did it officially get started?
Yeah, so the Tampa, there were already a couple meetups that I for some reason I couldn't find on a meetup at the time. So there's the Tampa side and then the Pinellas County, Clearwater, St. Pete side. I was on the St. Pete.
We got the city side and the beach side. We were on the beach side.
We were on the beach side. So that started. Apparently, they already had one going on in late 2013, but nothing was going on the beach side. So that's when we started in early 2014.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's when I met you guys, in 2014.
Yes,
yes,
it was.
And yeah.
And I was just going to say that's one of the things that we love is that, pretty much everybody, I can't think of a whole lot of exceptions off the top of my head. Pretty much everybody that we met in 2014 is still here. I mean, It's really exciting to see. And of course, a lot of people we met last year aren't here anymore. But almost everybody that we met in 2014 is still here and doing amazing things in the space. And, right there, those are the people that have been here all along and have always believed in this. So it's so awesome to still be friends and have contacts with all of those people from back in those days. Would you say back in those days, like it was decades?
Yeah.
But I was like,
it was.
That's like a lifetime in crypto.
They say, a week is like a year. So
It's so
we're
true.
old friends.
It's completely true.
Yeah. And so what kind of meetups do you offer here? I know you have a whole list of them. It's kind
Yeah, we
of
have a
interesting.
slew of them actually. We just listed them all.
Like crazy.
So we have, of course, we have Bitcoin. We now have Bitcoin Cash. We have Ethereum, of course. We did Hyperledger. Corda, we just started.
Wait, what's that one?
Corda is another enterprise blockchain.
Okay.
So it's targeted toward kind of the financial industry, but I think Microsoft Azure is like, it's an R3 product. So we actually just became partners with them today. So we'll be starting some official Corda meetups. And a lot of these classes or a lot of these meetups that have started as meetups, just based on the demand of our members, are now turning into like full certification courses. So we'll be teaching Hyperledger certification, Corda certification, and expanding in those ways as well.
So people can get they can get certified as developers on
Correct.
them? Oh, excellent.
Correct. So those are things that are in process right now, and that's sort of how we just kind of let the community decide what they want. So we will start a meetup, and if there's a lot of interest, we'll just take it to the next level. So
Oh, that's awesome.
So we have like 7 meetups now, and in conjunction with Tampa Bay Bitcoin, Tampa Bay blockchain developers, Tampa Bay blockchain enthusiasts, Tampa Bay Ethereum group, Tampa EOS group, Tampa Bay Women in Blockchain. All of those groups are out of Blockspaces.
Wow, that's fantastic. You guys are a real powerhouse. Would you say Tampa is kind of a hub for all things crypto?
That's our goal.
That's our goal. That is absolutely our goal. And I mean, as you know, this is a really nice place to live. I mean, the cost of living is pretty low. We have a beautiful, beautiful state, and this particular part of the state is beautiful. The people are amazing.
No state tax.
No state tax. We have already started some educational and outreach to our policymakers and local law enforcement, so we can start making sure that the state remains friendly to blockchain and cryptocurrency businesses. So that's a really important effort of ours as well.
Is that the project with Sam?
It is.
Okay,
And Perianne.
Perianne as well too.
Yep. Yeah. So we're in partnership with Chamber of Digital Commerce as well, and we'll be working toward building a Florida coalition in direct partnership with her as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So what's kind of the next steps on that one?
Next steps is it's in process. So we'll be making some announcements shortly on that. But yeah, our efforts are absolutely to not just, encourage development in the state, but also to make sure that we remain a super friendly state to cryptocurrency businesses and to blockchain, because, we see what happens in the rest of the United States. I mean, you and I talked about that before, like one bad piece of legislation and
It can crush the whole thing.
It can crush the whole thing. So we don't want that to happen. And so we want to make sure our policymakers understand.
And it really comes down to education. We already had a legislative session here where we invited, we had a couple, local representatives show up, and they were really, really impressed on what's going on here, and the knowledge base that we have that we can tap into here. And also the technology itself, they completely didn't understand it. Not unsurprisingly, a lot of people don't still. So that is our job. That we feel like educating is the most important thing we can do for just normal people, but also representatives as well, because they're don't need a knee-jerk reaction kind of legislation like New York.
And as a community, rallying around like really solid, legitimate businesses and doing our part to make sure scams are like called out, and acting ethically in this space as from a business perspective.
And who are some of the speakers you've had here? I know you've had some kind of big names over the past, since I've been watching.
Well, our grand opening, we kicked off our grand opening with Jimmy Song. So, he was here doing his 2-day course, Programming Blockchain. That was our grand opening weekend. So, it was like, oh my gosh, how do you top that? But we've brought in, so many of our good friends. You were here. I know when Jason King was here talking about Academy, and we just had Connie Galippi Skype in just this past Wednesday to talk about Big Give. And we're working on some other really big people coming up here in Q4.
Yeah, and going back before we had this space, our meetup would attract some local celeb, or, crypto celeb types.
Sure.
We've had Charlie Schramm, we've had Luke Dash Jr.,
Roger Ver.
Oh, wow.
Anthony Diorio,
Charles
Hoskinson,
Michael Perklin.
Yeah. So we've been really fortunate. Mark Edge of the Free Talk Live. He has a place down south, not too far from here, that he goes to in the summertime. So he checks us out when he can.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. And have you noticed like the attendance or the interest kind of change based on the Bitcoin price? Or I know at our meetups in Jacksonville.
Exactly. I wish it was a leading indicator.
Yeah.
I would speculate better.
Yeah.
No, the interest definitely follows the price inevitably. That's always been the case ever since we started. So.
Yeah.
That I foresee in the future that won't necessarily be the case. As people, I think you have to like actually live through a couple of these, up and down cycles to feel confident that, if there's a dip, this is just the nature of emerging technology. So, but it does take, you gotta feel that a couple of times before you have confidence that, it's here for the long haul, which everyone here believes.
Yeah, and even during this bear market, we've still had pretty healthy turnouts.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's because just given the fact that we have a dedicated space now that can host a lot of events, so we're touching on a lot of different areas of interest. If you're at all interested in anything in this space, we pretty much have it going on in some regard here, in some day of the week. So we stay very active, and we expect as our name gets out there too, we have just more and more people that are getting attracted to here. So.
I just had a client call me today who had just moved to the Tampa area, and he didn't know about Blockspaces, so I told him, and he's going to come to the next meetup. I think one of the mining Mondays will interest him. But
absolutely,
it's just nice to be able to tell people that this exists. There's a community for you if you're into crypto. Right. You don't have to just live on the internet. You can meet face to face and talk about things.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. And as you and I are going to start working on some really good curriculum for attorneys that want to start understanding how they can apply, crypto and blockchain, how they can understand that space as applies to their practice, and possibly, working with some other people to build some like CLE courses for continuing education for attorneys. We're also doing that for CPAs, financial advisors, so that it's not just about buying Bitcoin, even though we love Bitcoin. It's about this entire space and all of the different industries and all of the different professionals that it touches.
Blockspaces University.
Yeah. Blockspaces Universe.
Exactly. And actually, speaking of that, I remember when you guys offered the Jimmy Song class, you gave some scholarships out. How has the girl that got it?
Yeah, she was his youngest member. I have not heard from her. She was from Colorado.
Ooh, yeah.
She came all the way from.
She did.
We had a lot of people come from. We had people coming from 3 different countries to that course.
We did.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really amazing. There was like 30. I think at that time it was Jimmy's largest class ever. I think there was 30 people, and his youngest. And the most women. He may have topped that now, but at the time,
I think he has, but we're still up there.
Yeah, and we would love to have him back, and I hope we will have him back someday soon.
Yeah, and I think Tone was saying he'd do a trading course here too.
Yeah, I've been talking about it for a while now. Every conference we run into each other, I'm like, come on, man, you gotta come to Florida. Like, I'll get around to it.
We'll have to get him soon because I think he's leaving the country for a while.
He's gonna be gone for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
He said it's out.
It'll have to be 2019.
Probably early next year. Looking at.
Yeah. Oh well. And What, just out of curiosity, I missed the Bitcoin Cash meetup. I would have liked to come just because I find that space so interesting, like how some people think that's the real Bitcoin or that's the real Satoshi. Like, what's your take on all that?
We're agnostic, you know. I mean, I mean, obviously this started because of Bitcoin, but and we have our own personal feelings as everybody does. But as far as Blockspaces, as far as this business is concerned, we're agnostic, and we just want to like support whatever our community members want to support. So if there's a demand for it in our community and they want to meet and talk about it, then that's fine with us. So
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Give them their own little space and time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to accommodate. It's still, you know, anything related to crypto.
Yeah, it's so fascinating. It's all so fascinating to me. And even if you know, no matter what your personal thoughts are on it, it just is, it's fascinating to me. There's, you know, of course we have people in this space that think that, you know, non-crypto uses of blockchain are not even valid, but then we also have a lot of people that want to become hyperledger developers. So, you know, we're going to support it no matter what it is. And we think this space is so young and there's so much opportunity to learn and grow that we don't want to stifle any of it.
Not no matter what.
Well, not no matter what.
You draw the line with clear scams.
Well, yeah.
We definitely make a point to point those out to our members.
And we've become known as the place to come if you think something is a scam. So we've had some really interesting stories of people coming to us and saying, you know, I've got this situation. Do you think this is a scam? And some of the scams that are out there are pretty unbelievable. So
any examples of like what you've come across or?
Sure.
Well, BitConnect is a big one. A lot of cloud mining scams. All cloud mining is a scam, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know much about cloud mining, or really, I need to come learn.
We have our cloud mining expert here, or anti.
Yeah. So what is it? The Bitcoin you mine would go onto some kind of cloud storage, and then someone can jump in and take it from there.
Well, the gimmick is that, you know, instead of buying your own hardware and running it yourself and dealing with all the hassle, just, you know, pay us to do it.
Oh,
and
okay,
so,
yeah.
You know,
we'll do it somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll do it somewhere else.
That you don't see the machine.
It'll be totally transparent. The problem is you have no way of verifying what they're saying to you is true. Even if they're paying you out a little bit, you have no way of knowing that without having the hardware yourself and mining yourself. They can tell you whatever, they can show you whatever kind of numbers they want, and usually it doesn't. Anyway, even if it's remotely legitimate, usually it's just a bad investment anyway. So you're better off just buying the crypto, or if you really want to get into mining, then you got to go hardcore into mining and do it yourself. Get your own space, get your own hardware, run it yourself. Yeah. So,
do you guys rent any mining space here, or?
No.
No, we don't. There is a partner we have that can do that.
Yeah.
If people are interested.
No.
That hasn't been of interest lately.
Yeah, I saw like the price of miners has gone from like 2,000 to 600 or something in the last little while. It's really decreased.
Yeah.
So it might be a buyer's market if people.
For sure.
But what I always hear is that it's just better to buy the actual coins than to invest.
Mining is an endeavor, and we support mining. We have Mining Monday every Monday.
Yep.
We have some very, very, very wise people that have been mining for a long time and that can walk you through building your own rig. We have rigs here that we build and the projects that are being worked on. So
GPU rigs.
We don't not support that.
Yeah.
But we're realistic about the people that are interested in doing that.
Sure.
It's a commitment.
Yeah. No, people. I mean, for whatever reason, I guess it's understandable. But once you learn about crypto and how it works, it's like the first idea, the brilliant idea you get is, oh, I can mine it.
Yeah. Hey, I can print money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not 2011 anymore, and mining is now a huge endeavor. It costs a lot if you want to get in serious. So there's a lot of upfront costs. And So we just help people understand that.
Mhm.
I mean, and if you want to get into GPU mining, that's still relatively feasible to do. So we will help with that. But yeah,
Well,
mostly.
it's good people have a place to come to help, because I remember wanting to, I had an old, when I first moved to Florida, I had an old work laptop that they didn't take back from me, and I thought it was really like a piece of junk, like one of these heavy ones, and I got a little MacBook, and I thought, well, I could just run this in the background, learn how to mine Bitcoin on it, and I'll be rich by the time I'm done school.
Of course,
And
hey.
I spent like an afternoon trying to figure it out on YouTube videos, but it's a lot more in depth than
It absolutely is.
I could figure out. So.
But again,
If you guys existed then, I could have come and learned it.
But again, if you are interested, anybody who's interested, we do have Mining Monday. Check our schedule on our website, and like if you want to talk to people that know what they're doing as far as mining is concerned, that would be the night to come.
Mm-hmm. And so for you guys, like what drives you to do this? Like, what's the most fun part about watching someone get into crypto? Yeah.
That, literally that, like watching that light bulb go off. And then, we can honestly say that we have sat now in meetups where people came and did not know anything about Bitcoin or anything about blockchain. And we've watched them now like actually be entrepreneurs with their own startups. And some of them are funded now. And
awesome.
it's seriously like watching we're both parents, and it's seriously like watching your children. And it really is to me. I mean, it's the same kind of feeling, and we're so proud of our community and everything that they've done, and not just our local community here, which of course we're ridiculously proud of, but the larger blockchain and Bitcoin community. So proud of the associations we've made and watching these individuals evolve at the same rate that the space itself is evolving. And it makes us very proud to be part of it.
Yeah.
And can you share some of the big projects that are out of here, or is it private?
I don't know. Oh no, some of them are stealth, but
yeah.
Probably.
So I one of the main ones that that's about to launch their testnet was just launched, and they will be coming out with their mainnet hopefully late this year, early next year. It's called Pocket Network, and that's the CEO Michael O'Rourke. He has a desk in here in Blockspaces. He works here almost every day. Right now he's in a conference in Miami, actually. But that is going to be really, really exciting. He's doing something really amazing for the whole space. Yeah. That will help build. He's building like a unified infrastructure for blockchains to be able to deploy blockchains, running nodes a lot easier, and being able to build mobile apps utilizing any blockchain. Really easily, mobile dApps.
Yeah, super exciting.
They've already built one. They built a little game called Banana Quest.
Yeah.
Banana Quest. It's going to start soon.
I think it's already started. It's already started.
I think they're going to launch it at this conference.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah, there'll be more details on our website and our Twitter feed about that.
Watching people just grow is the best part for me. It just is. It's so amazing. And I, people, I think, start businesses with this intent of, oh, I'm going to grow this business and I'm going to exit. And then, they have these wider things. And like, I think out 10 years, and I think, gosh, I just still want to be coming to Blockspaces, watching to see what's going on. Like, I really do. It's just what I want to do with my life. So it's really awesome.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been great to be able to attract the kind of talent that we've been able to attract, and a lot of interesting people roll through here.
Yeah, crypto does attract an interesting crowd.
For sure.
I love it.
But then you have the people like the staples that they get it. They want to be fully into it like we are, and just live it day in and day out. And so they come here, they hang out, we trade ideas, help each other with projects. So it's just it's been a great environment because of the community that we've been able to attain here amazingly. So
yeah, and we think Blockspaces is, you know, yeah, we like opened this building and we did this or whatever, but we feel like Blockspaces, this business, is this community. I mean, this is a community effort, and we have learned so much from just listening to our community and giving them the space that they want and allowing them to participate in the growth of this space. It's been amazing.
Awesome. And the coffee is delicious too.
It's very important.
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for not only coming on the podcast, letting me use the
Oh yeah, no, this is your home. Yeah,
for everything you do.
Podcast is officially out of Blockspaces. Yay! We're gonna get better lighting.
yeah, we're gonna work on the lighting.
And I'll stay tuned. You know, all the education you guys provide is just fantastic. So thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.